Good morning. Hi, it's Sai, and I'm here today on behalf of Unravel and Unwind, and today I'm actually in the studio. So, hello. I look a bit yellow today. I assure you my liver is functioning just fine. It might change, it might not, we don't know. Today is the second day of my half-term residence here. I've been here, I will be here for 4 days this week, and I am offering crafting a la carte. I've got 3 small make and take activities to do. If you just want to come in on a regular sort of, what do they call it, drop-in basis, that's still normal, £3 as you normally do. So you've been most welcome to join us for that. But I'm also offering craft a la carte, and because I've got 3 separate small activities, you can choose to do 1, 2, or all 3 of those activities. And if you want 1 activity, instead of paying your £3 drop-in, you pay £5. If you want to do 2 activities, it's £7.50, and if you want to do 3 activities, it's £10. So the last 2 are half of the price of the first one. So, you know, you win. It's happies all around, really. Smile. So one of the things that we are doing is I'm teaching how to shape flowers in 3D, and what I've put together is this little toolkit which has everything you need except glue and possibly scissors and a punch, a flower shaped punch you need. But these are what you need to actually shape flowers with, and this kit is it's going for £14.50, and it's what you need. Basically, if you buy this kit, right, and you learn how to use it, because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to teach you how to use the kit. When you use it, when you take it home, you'll use it with a flower shaped punch and some glue and some regular copy paper, and that is all you need to make a 3D flower. If you come down, our window actually has a few of the flowers arranged on a little tag, and that is what you'll be making when you come in. I wish I had it on me, but it's taped to the window, so can't help it. But I did sort of have time to make one. Let me just grab it. And let's switch to the table view so I can show it to you. There it is. It's I like to keep my flowers in a Ferrero Rocher box. Other chocolates are available, but I've made this one. This is a super basic one. It's using 2 different shapes. One sort of ray flower sunshine shaped punch, and one that's actually shaped like stamens. And I teach you how to curl them up so that they stay, and that's kind of what you end up with. Also, you can utilize all kinds of different shapes of punches to create even more interesting flower designs than that, 2 of which are in the window right now if you want to go and look and you're in the Rochester Chatham area. Yeah, just walk down. We're at 337 to 341 High Street in Rochester. It's not the cobbly Dickensy bit, it's the other bit. So it's hard to explain, but you know, if you know Chatham, you know, if you're parked at the Pentagon, you just walk past Spoons, keep going. We are on the right, and we are set back from the road, but we are there opposite the synagogue if you want to come and see me. I will be here until 4 this afternoon. The other, the second make and take that I am demonstrating today is the Masu box. Sorry about the light in here. Masu box. It's basically 2 pieces of patterned paper folded and stuck together in a box, and I will show you exactly what cutting and folding needs to be done to make the box. Now, ideally, these two tasks work very well together, because should you make a bunch of 3D flowers, you might want a little box to take them home in so they don't get squashed. So you put them in the boxes, and ideally you would do that, and that would take up a nice amount of time, give you some relaxing chat time down here for the low price of £7.50. The third The third activity is last-minute Valentine's cards, just in case you haven't quite got to the shops yet. You can do that. Now, on the table here today, as I've just revealed, is this is a work in progress, or WIP, that I am, well, working on. And this is going to be a pillow cover, and it's already kind of made to size. The main motif on this is a 4-color square spiral, and I made this years ago, and I just loved it, and I love the colors. The colors are a lot more bright than you can see here because we were under fluorescent lights. But what this is, that's a spiral. I only had instructions in French. I do not speak French. I managed still to crochet it, so I think I did all right. And this is a square from a book. I can't remember the name of the book at the minute, but it's got an interlinking ring center motif, and then the square is built around that. So I absolutely love it. I've made it 4 times, because I've got those two, and I've got these two over here, and they've never come out the same, ever. I think these two match. Yeah, these two match all right, but those two over there do not. And that one doesn't match this one, so it's all very strange. I've never made them the same. Maybe in future I ought to use the same color, but I kind of like how this turned out, and I'm really sad that you can't see the real color on here because it is really bright. So that was the fun part. I sort of attached them and made up the difference with this kind of, I don't know what you would call that. I think that is the crochet moss stitch, which I will be continuing on today, which I'll show you how it goes, but that's going to be crochet moss stitch eventually. But I'm going to leave you looking at this for a minute. Let the lovely colors hypnotize you and stuff, because I forgot to tell people that I was live, and I need to do that right now. I wish I had some nice music for you to listen to while we do this. The fan's on, so please excuse that, but it is cold and we're trying to keep the place nice and warm for you if you should come down and see us. So the heater's going to stay on. I'm drinking tea, which you can't see. Today's tea. Look at that lovely rich color. So you can see that. You can see how lovely and rich that tea is. That is a wonderful cherry and cinnamon tea from Twinings. It's called A Moment of Calm, and I think we all need that, especially now during half term. I certainly do, but you know, Unravel and Unwind in general is my moment of calm, and today I'm getting 6 hours of calm. Woo woo! So yeah, loving it. I'm going to have a look and see what is being shown exactly over here. Ah, good. Looks like it's still running. That's good news, isn't it? Please do let us know how the quality of the transmission is today, because we are still streaming over Wi-Fi because we haven't got our Ethernet cable installed yet. It's coming, trust me. I'm just gonna quickly leave you alone for a second. I don't have a BRB, do I? Hold on. Let's see what this is. Is this a BRB? Ooh, it's taking ages. No, I guess I don't have a BRB. Sorry. Back to the table you go then. Right. This is the oh so professional bit, when someone sits on their phone while they're on live stream. If you're in the chat, please feel free to talk amongst yourselves while I do this. It's nice sometimes to make new friends watching a new channel. I got the notification. It's not right, but I got the notification. Interesting. But let's pop it on Facebook. This is fun, isn't it? Going anywhere nice on your holidays? Oh. I'm attempting to react to nothing. That's funny. Ooh, I have a message. Okay. No, I'm going to go to the page and announce post. Sai is live in the studio on Twitch this morning. And then put the link in. That's not it. twitch.tv/unravel_unwind. Oh, now that's more like it. Okay. Publish now. Post it! So people might be popping in soon then, I hope. So, what's next, I hear you ask? Let's put my face back on here, shall we? Hello. Oh no, not that way. This way. Yay! Here we are. So for some reason this camera is doing like a 4:3 aspect ratio, which is really interesting. Not particularly what I asked for, so I had to kind of hem it in with that down below, which is just there. I wish it was something a little bit more functional. Sorry about that. So I was, before I so rudely left to use the internet on my phone, I was showing you this stitch here, which is, I've heard it called the moss stitch. I don't know. I mean, it kind of, I guess it's the closest thing to a moss stitch for a crocheter. Moss stitch in knitting is knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, and then the next row is the same, but because it's backwards, it comes out opposite. If you do that wrong, you get a rib. I found that out. I'm not very good at knitting moss stitch, but crochet, this is sort of the idea anyway. And what I'm doing, this is kind of like a freestyle piece. We recently did a freestyle crochet girls' night in, and we were making spirals and just adding whatever onto it, and that was great and a lot of fun. This is also a freestyle piece because I am not following a pattern. I'm kind of following a lot of patterns. I don't know if you would consider a single stitch to be a pattern, so I don't think that's a pattern. This was a pattern in a book. This was a pattern I found on the internet. And after that, I just started filling in the spaces with different stitches that I know. So this is the front of the pillow. We're on to the back now. And I wanted to do the back all in this. And I started the sort of top flap of it, because it's going to be kind of like an envelope pillowcase. I started it, I loved it, but I got so bored with it. And it was eating up yarn like you wouldn't believe because of this lovely texture that it has on it. So I kind of couldn't do it. I ran out of purple yarn, of this specific purple yarn, so I actually had to go out and buy some to finish this. And what I did was I started working on the bottom part. And basically, I just did a stitch till I got bored, and then switched to something else, and then switched to something else. So it is freestyle, because it is my sort of stream of consciousness thing. Now, this was interesting. I'll show you this one. Now, this stitch here, not that one, that one, it looks nice. It's got a texture, but it's not as bumpy as this is. And what that is, it is just alternating trebles and doubles in one direction, and then when you switch to the other direction, you just do doubles all the way back. And what I found out when I started was that you get a better view of the texture if this is the back, which means that you need to do your alternating stitches when you're working on the wrong side of the fabric, and then when you turn it around and you make all your doubles, these bits pop out towards the front. See, I started the wrong way, and this is actually 2 rows of that done on the wrong side, then 2 rows of doubles, just straight doubles between, and then 2 rows of this pattern, well, 2 repeats, so 4 rows of this pattern on the correct side. And then I decided to do some little bauble things, and then I thought, no, that's going to eat up too much yarn, and I went back to, what did I do then? Oh, I started to do some rows of half trebles. I did a couple rows of half treble, which is quite hard to see it, but I did. And then I switched back to this moss stitch, and that's where we are continuing from today. So let's see where we are, and then I can sort of instruct on the moss stitch. So it's not going to be that close. You know what I'll do? I will adjust my high-tech camera setup. Okay, taking a box out. I'm lowering this down. We zoomed. Look at that. We zoomed in. Isn't that lovely? Okay, so I've got my hook here. I am using double knit yarn, and I am using a 4mm hook. And I have been, what you do is you just chain however many you want. I think it can be odd or even, but you know, I think it's nice if it's odd. And you do, hold on, you do a double stitch. This is what I've done. You do a double crochet, then you do a chain, then you miss the next stitch, which is this one, and you do a double into this one. Whoops. Yeah, like that. But that's how you would do the first row. Is this the first row? This is the first row. That's why I'm doing it like that. Oh, good. You've caught me at the end of my first row. Right, so another chain, another double crochet, and then another chain, and then you skip, remember you skipped that one, and another double crochet like that. So that's the end of the row. You follow on in that pattern. Basically, I've done it this whole length here. I've done double crochet, chain 1, skip next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch. Right now for the turn, we do 1 chain for our turning chain. I do the chain first, then I turn. Right, we turn our work. Okay, now here's what we're gonna do. I don't like to have like the chain space right at the end of the row, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to double crochet into the first double crochet, and then I'm going to double crochet again into the chain space here. See, it's different from working into the stitch, because you're actually working into the hole that the stitch left, that the chain left, rather than working into the chain itself. And it is what makes the sort of the little holes in the texture that you're going to see. See the hole? Yeah. So then I'm going to continue on. I'm going to do a chain, and then I'm going to skip over into the next chain space, go through the chain space, and do my double into the chain space, then chain, then another double into the next chain space, and then a chain. And I'm going to continue on in this way until I get to the end, which might take a while. So I'm just gonna continue to show you what I'm doing. I hope this is actually coming through, because if not, it's going to be kind of just confusing and annoying. Okay, double and a chain. Find the next chain space and do a double, and then a chain, and do a double and a chain. I'm pretty sure it would be better with like high resolution and all this stuff, but this is what we are doing, and it is quite a long side to be working on as well, which doesn't help from like a teaching perspective, I guess. But if you're watching and you don't yet know how to crochet, this might make it look a bit easier than you might think it is, which is nice, because it is. The worst part of teaching someone how to crochet is getting them into a sort of habit of how to hold their hook and yarn. It's the worst part, because everyone is going to do that differently. I mean, I hold my yarn in a really strange way. You're supposed to have it like that. You see that? You're supposed to have your yarn like that, so that you go into your stitch, and then you grab it and you bring it through, and then you use it to bring it over like that. But I never feel really comfortable doing that. That's weird to me. I just kind of have it anywhere. I just grab it. It's strange. But we all do it differently. And, ooh, look at that. Interesting. I've got a big hole there. I kind of, maybe it's because this stitch was a bit loose, but it looks wrong. Well, good thing it's a freestyle piece and I'm not that bothered about perfection. That is a big space. Did I forget to do that? No, I didn't. Okay. Sometimes I have one of those brain moments where I go, ooh, did I forget to do that? I'm doing it again. Did you see me chain? Yeah, I did. Okay. You're gonna have to keep me honest, people. Because I don't know. Oops. No, I yarned over first. What was that? You see, I'm sort of in the zone and I'm forgetting what I'm doing. Because I'm a good crocheter. Right. Alright. Into the chain space. Double. That's a chain. Into the chain space. Grab the yarn, pull it back through the chain space so you've got two on the hook. Yarn over. And pull that yarn loop through both of the loops on the hook. That is a double crochet. When you just yarn over once and pass that through the loop, that is a chain. And that is all we are doing today. Double and a chain. That's it. Double and a chain, double and a chain. That is really all we're doing. I wish I had more to show you. But at the minute, it's just double and chain. Sorry about that. This is an interesting position. I've never actually crocheted on camera before. This is really weird. I wonder if my channel is auto-hosting this. Who can say? Am I going too fast for you? I'd say let me know, but I mean, I can see the chat. I don't see anything on there at the minute. It's such a weird sort of angle. Very, very strange. Did I chain yet? We're getting to the end now. So I've done my double and a chain, and there's another space just here. Double. But by the look of it, that is the end of the row, but it seems to be getting a little bit smaller and I don't like it. So I think what I might do is just find the turning chain. No, because I used a turning chain of 1, so I can't really work into a turning chain of 1, so I'm just going to leave it. Right, so we ended on a double crochet on this side. See, this is all freestyle, so as you go, you've got to kind of think on your feet a little bit. And so I'm going to do my 1 turning chain again, and I'm going to do what I did the last time I turned the work. I'm going to work into that double, and then I'm going to do a double again without making a chain after. I'm going to do that double again into the chain space, then chain, then double into the chain space, and then chain. And it's the same thing again all the way across. I like this one because it's still, the stitches are still quite close together, but it's a little bit more of a flexible fabric. I like that. And I can usually, if I'm not trying to show people what I'm doing, and I'm not leaning over in a weird way like I am now, I can normally get through this pretty quick. But as I want people to see what I'm doing, I have to be slower, and I need to make sure I am in the frame, which is hard. I never thought it would be like difficult to do this. So that's it. Just double in the chain space, then chain, double in the next chain space, then chain. And just keep going and going. And you can see now that I've done sort of 3 rows of it. You can start to see the pattern appear. And it's alright. Looking good. But I like how it does change when I get bored. So the back is going to look totally unpredictable. Hopefully, I'll be able to show you the finished product soon. Right. But there's so much you can do when you don't have a pattern to follow. You always have to look out for your yarn fibers sort of splitting, especially if the twist isn't all that good on your yarn. This is a rather inexpensive, shall we say, acrylic, and the twist is alright, but sometimes it just does split. I don't know if that's because of how I crochet or what. That isn't right. I've done something wrong there. Yep. Do you see that? Instead of going into a chain space, I actually went into the chain instead, into the top of the actual double crochet stitch. So the chain space is actually here. The thing with crochet though is it doesn't actually matter, you know, it's not going to ruin everything if you stick the hook somewhere wrong. Here, case in point, I'm just going to stick the hook over here, way down there. Look. Well, I'm just gonna stick that in there and bring it up like this. Ooh, pretty. And then I'm gonna work over here like this just a little bit, just do whatever, like that. And then, whoop, look at that, that's a big one. And I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna put it in there, just wherever, bring it up there like that, you know. And what it does is it makes these little spikes. So really, I mean, crochet, you can do whatever you want. Look, I'm gonna put it way over here and bring it back up to here like this. Ooh, fun. You know, I mean, you can do whatever. And if you don't like it, you take the hook out. You put the hook back into the last stitch that did something that you liked, right? You just pull it. Oh, we're back. We're back to where the pattern was being done correctly. Look at that. Try and do that with knitting, huh? I like knitting, don't get me wrong, but can you do that? I've never been able to successfully undo knitting. If I do a row wrong, it always turns out horribly, and I just have to get rid of the whole thing and start over. And I can't stand that. You can make some beautiful, beautiful patterns with knitting though. Yeah. I can't remember if I did a chain. Now that looks like too much. It is too much, that's why. Boop. Oh, this leaning over is going to kill my back, you know. Yeah, see, I've got some kind of I must have caught a fiber of my yarn in there and it didn't behave for me. So I just have to take it out and start again. Sometimes I miss the yarn over and I have to hit it again, and it looks weird to people who are watching me crochet, especially if you're trying to learn something. Sorry about that, but I'm just doing what I'm doing. I'm totally slouching. It's just like not good. Da, 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 da. I've got so many things on at the minute with crochet, and I'm not keeping up, if I'm honest. This whip, this sort of freestyle work in progress, is the only one that I can really show, because all the others are patterns that you've got to have purchased, and I can't really show them because it's not fair to the designer of the pattern. Because if you're canny, you can kind of figure it out by watching me make it. So I'm down to the end here where I did the double crochet in the stitch and the chain space. Remember when I did that? So what I have to do is I've done my chain, I'm skipping this one and I'm going into this one. And it looks a bit strange to me, but I'm just gonna go with it because it's fine. Okay, so next time we do this though, right, I've done my one turning chain. I'm gonna turn it around. And I think this time, no, it's the same. It's the same. So we double crochet into the stitch, and we double crochet into the chain space again. So that is how we have to start every round, I guess, or every row on this particular piece. So, and you really do, you learn as you go with this. Yeah, I can't remember, I think I did this one with an even number of stitches. Ooh, I got a message on my phone, but I'm hanging out with you right now, so I'm not answering my phone. I hope it's not important. Hey, if it's important and you're in the chat, just let me know what it is, because I'm crocheting with my buddies at the minute. Is anyone else watching this working on crochet project? Let me know in the chat. I can't tell who's watching because I've got my view counter covered up, so I don't know who's watching. I hope you can still see me, because like I'm not looking at my screen, I'm looking at my crochet. Do I make funny faces when I crochet? Because you're probably seeing it right now, if I am. When I was thinking, I used to stick my bottom lip right out. And I don't know if I still do it. But it was always like when I was playing the violin, and so I don't think there are any pictures of me actually playing the violin because it just looks horrible. So see, it's crochet time with me. It's crochet time. I am all about the flowers at the minute, though. I'm having such a great time with the Secret Garden Cal, and with I've just recently, I mean, I've done the 3D flower shaping for a really long time, and I love it. But also, it's not just the one company anymore. Every craft company is starting to develop their own techniques and tools. And last night I actually bought a new tool set, and it's really nice because the I'll have to take it out and explain it to you. When I finish this row, we'll start talking about flowers, I think, and I'll take a little break because my arm hurts and I don't exactly know why. It's just it's a weird position to be crocheting in. I need to take a sip of my tea because it's probably going to go stone cold in a minute. Okay, so we're at the end of the row again, and I've got that sort of double stitch again. So I just do a stitch, skip one. I mean, do a chain, skip a stitch, and then do a double, like that. And that's the end of one of my rows. So you've seen me probably do 2 or 3 rows, and I've got this lovely pattern going now, which is making a nice back to my cushion cover. Let's have a little look. This is where the front and the back meet. That's there. So the fold is going to be here. I just want to see how much I've got left, because I just want to stop. I just want to be done with it. And that's the thing with one of these works in progress. This is a good one for chatting with friends while you crochet, because it's repetitive. You don't have to keep referring to a pattern. You just do the same thing until you run out of stitches on the row, and then you start another row. So this is a good, I would say, a good conversation project because of that. Now, it looks like I've only got that much again to do. Yeah, because the way I've measured it, it goes right up to the top of this flap, which is fantastic. So I'm actually, since I started doing this the other day, and I didn't spend a lot of time on it, since I restarted work on this project, I have done half of what remained to be done. So I'm really happy about that. That's encouraging, because I thought, oh, here we go, I'm going to be crocheting ad nauseum again. See, I don't like super hot tea, but I don't particularly like cold tea either. So at the moment, it's like, it's getting to the point where it's feeling like it's been in the fridge, but not quite. So I'm drinking. Because I know if I put this down, the next time I pick it up, I can't. Done. Alright, tea has been drunk. We can move on to something else. I'm gonna put this away. I really do love this one, and I just forgot how nice it was. Ooh, I love it, I love it. But I think what I might do, I'm just gonna put it aside here, get it off the camera, and I'm gonna zoom back out in my high-tech way. Here we are. I'm gonna zoom back out so I've got more of the tables to show you. And I thought I might show you my newest, most lovely purchase. Sorry, I'm leaning down because I've put it in my laptop case and I've not got it out. So, this is from Heartfelt Creations. I absolutely love them. I didn't realize how much I would really like them because I thought, oh, what's another flower and matching die? But these are so nice. And the way they're laid out, you can't tell now because these, what I'm showing you, it's not the product that was in the case. This was a cutting die that came in this case, but I've used it to hold the ones that I've cut out. And I have cut all these flowers out, all of these, with just one pass through of my cutting machine. And that is really important to me, that I can cut so many flowers with one single pass of the machine. Because it means that, I don't know, is this olive? Really? Alright, this might not be, you know, but oh, no, I didn't cut all of these with one pass of the machine, certainly. No, maybe not. Maybe that's two. Anyway, though, even if I do just half of these with one crank through the machine, that's pretty good going. And these are made out of a lot thicker card because that's just how I cut them. They're made out of thicker card than the flowers I'm using for the 3D workshop today. And because of that, they have a different shaping method. And I've seen their methods and their tutorials on YouTube and things like that. And so I saw the type of tools they were using, and they are slightly different. And I went and I got some from the Range. Now the Range is one of the sites on our affiliate page. So if you ever do any of your craft shopping at the Range, I highly suggest going over to unravel&unwind.wordpress.com. Oh no, .co.uk? Is it .co.uk? It's probably both, if I'm honest. Anyway, go to our WordPress blog, and there is an item on the menu on the top row that says places where we shop. And if you go to the Range through that link for the Range, we might get a little kickback for anything that gets purchased from the Range online. So if you don't have a Range near you, or you just want to help us out, order online through that. And this is what I got last night. I was actually in the Range last night. It's $14.99, and this is the Tonic Studios Floral Crafters tool set. Perfect sticker placement. I love it. Oh, I love that. That's funny. Okay. Floral Crafters tool set. Floral Crafters tool set. Hilarious. Okay, so what this has in it is it's got these 3 double-ended tools, and they're basically like a little steel ball on a stick. And the ones that I tend to use are about that size, which is a 6mm, or, you know, anywhere between 6 and sort of 2 or 3 mil. But these are quite large ones. These are 12mm and 8mm ones. And they come with another shaping pad. And I have not felt the shaping pad yet. I'm interested to see if it's similar to my other flower shaping pad in consistency. So let's take this out and have a look. Yeah, it's about the same. Good. Excellent. This is the one that comes with my flower shaping kit that I'm selling to you. And I've got to say, I don't want to be all competitive-y and weird, but this one actually I think has more in it than this one does. So yeah, look, you've got 3 tools and a tweezer in your $14.99 kit from the range. In my $14.50 kit, what you have is you've got this plastic tool. The reverse tweezers is the same as these. That's the reverse tweezer. You've got a double-ended ball tool, and you've got this etching tool. The reason that there's this square on it, or rectangle on it there, is because that is a needle tool, and I am protecting you from getting jabbed on the point of the tool. The pointy tool does different things than the ball tools do, so you can get a lot of different effects from this kit. But I already have this one, and I just wanted to get this one to augment it. So that's what I've got. And I think I need the larger tool, like this one. I think I need the larger one to sort of shape the thicker pieces of card. I was going to give it a go, actually, just to see. And this is just a little taster of flower shaping in general. I think you're supposed to even spray these flowers with water before you shape them. I don't know. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the middle with this one, and I'm just gonna, yeah, I think I need to spray this with water first. But basically, if you break the fibers of the paper and you stretch them, what will happen is that the flower will take on a shape. And that is what this is doing. If you use water, it doesn't buckle as much as this. This paper is buckling. I'm not sure if you can quite see it, but there are little lines, little fold marks, rather than a nice gentle curve, which is what you want. I generally do use lighter paper stock than this. This is 100, I think it's 160 GSM. That's grams per square meter. So you curl the petals in like that, and then you kind of press down into the middle, and it does this. So now you've got an actual shaped flower piece. And that's basically what I'm teaching today as part of the 3D flower make and take that I'm doing. So I'm going to show you 3 different kinds of flowers, and you can arrange them onto a tag with some leaves, and it looks really nice. But this is what I've been doing, or what I intend to start doing as well with this company, Heartfelt Creations, because I absolutely love their flowers and dyes. They're just designed so that you can make a lot of them and just have a really good time with it. And I'm really looking forward to learning how to use this type of technique as well as the one I already know. So it's going to be a real blast. I do like that though. That's very cool. I'm going to see what happens if I do another one. I'm going to use the slightly smaller side. That was the side I used before. I'm going to just try and use a smaller one and see if it maybe behaves a bit better. I don't know. That's very strange. It's weird because of the way that I tend to work my other flowers. This is a very different way. But I'm experimenting today. It looks really crumply and crackly. I definitely need to spritz this with water. Alright, so I've done that bit. It's kind of sticking up like this at the minute. So I turn it over, kind of nicely, like open it back out, and then I go in the middle and kind of press the middle down into a little bit of a circle. It tends to start to spin itself. Can you see that it's spinning? It's weird, isn't it? And that one would get layered onto this one like this. And then, you know, we could put something pretty in the middle, or use this little flower here, maybe both of them, maybe that one and this one. And maybe use a smaller ball tool to go around it and sort of just cup it, which is what I do with a lot of my flowers. And you just press it in and it, whoop. See how it just kind of makes a little cup? Whoop. That's fun. I'm going to start with the larger ball, go around the outside in a circle. Sorry you can't see that very well. It's hard to show because, here you go. Right, you just go around in a circle with it, and then you use a smaller ball to go around in a smaller circle in here, and that will close it right up. Like that. Because what you're doing is you're kind of breaking and stretching the fibers in the paper, and that's what makes your little curve. Oop. That. Oop. So you've got like this multi-layered flower basically, and because it's all stamped already, you can add more ink or color them in, and you can add jewels to the middle, or anything you like really, and use it to embellish all kinds of stuff. You know, those box frames would be really nice to embellish a photo with all of these flowers inside a box frame. It'd be quite nice. And every time you get a new picture, you can make some new flowers to go with it. Color coordinate. Fun, fun, fun. But I love flowers. I love flowers. Yay. So that also is what I'm working on lately. You'll see though that this is entirely different from the other floral punchcraft that I've been doing. These are made with copy paper, and they behave a little bit better than this card does. So I'm really enjoying both of them. I think they're really fun. But come in, make a box with me, and then I'll show you how to make a flower, and you can put your flowers in the box so they don't get wrecked on the way home. And if you still want to do more, you can make a Valentine for your favorite person. I think that's cool. Or you can just hang out. Just come and hang out. Bring whatever you're working on and come and keep me company, because I am here until 4 p.m. this afternoon. So come on down, let's have a chat, and find out what else we've got on offer. There's quite a bit going on at the minute. We've just started a series of Girls Nights In, which is on the last Friday night of the month. That means that our next one is going to be on the 24th of February, and guess what? We're making flowers. Yay! We're going to be making flowers out of unwanted paper. So bring in anything. Honestly, I think that I'm quite excited to find out how we get on with the yellow pages that I was just sent, because I do not use the yellow pages, but yet we still get them through the door. So I'm gonna try and make some daffodils out of the yellow pages and see how I get on with that. So that's gonna be fun. Bring whatever, you know. The cost of the girls' night in is £10, and you know, free coffees, teas, whatever there is. If you have a tea that you prefer to drink, just bring your own. We'll supply the water in the mug. And we regularly have regular semi-skimmed milk and soya milk, so even if you're dairy free, you can still enjoy a cuppa with us. £10 for the evening. We start at 7. It's usually about 7 to 9, and you will be walking away with whatever you make. It's going to be a great evening in, and hopefully full of laughs as well, because that's what you get when Faye and I are around anyway. So yeah, it should be a really good girls' night in, and a nice way to sort of wrap up your week, you know. Do something fun with the girls. Why not? We do have a booking link, I believe. So if you go to the website, which is www.unravel&unwind.co.uk, you should be able to find our PayPal booking links on there. It's important that we know who's coming, how many we're expecting, so that we can make sure that you're provided for. So yeah, get in touch if you've got any questions at all about any of the things that we offer. We offer art classes, we offer crochet knitting classes, paper crafting, obviously, because that's what I do mainly. We just, you know, whatever your craft thing is, just bring it on down. If you're having trouble with anything, find out who's the best volunteer to speak to on whatever subject, and you come down on the day that we're here. Normally on a Tuesday, we've got Nellie, and Nellie works a lot with, she does sewing, and she also does stuff with recycled paper. So she's lovely. Things she's made, just gorgeous. So do come down and see Nellie on a Tuesday, and I believe it's Nellie and Sue on a Wednesday. Not sure if I've just dropped someone in it. Usually, though, it's Nellie and Sue on the Wednesday. I'm here all week this week. Well, Monday to Thursday anyway. And Thursday night's a big one. We always have on Thursday nights. Thursday is our big open day. We're open from 10 to 9. So it's an 11-hour day, and in the morning we've got I think we've got crochet group, or we definitely have group like from 10 to 12. We've got a couple of people come in, and it's just bring what you're working on and have a chat. And oh gosh, we've got stuff going on in the afternoon. I can't remember what it is, but then 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we've got Riven Gray with Can Draw Will Draw. It's either 4 or 5. I can't remember what time she comes in, I'm sorry, but the Facebook page will have all that information on it as well. Go to www.facebook.com/unravel&unwind, I think, or just search Facebook for Unravel and Unwind CIC and go to the page. You will find out what is going on when. And we're also listed in What's On Where, which is the Kent directory for creative stuff. So do look us up there. We have every other Monday, we have papercraft classes with me. And the next one coming up, which is, yeah, this Monday coming. I don't know the date, but this Monday coming, I think it's 20-something. Is it? 20th. The 20th. Monday the 20th is we are making bags, little like party favor bags out of envelopes. So that's going to be fun. They can be decorated any way you like, but I'm going to teach you how to turn the envelope into a bag with a few simple steps, and then where we take it from there depends entirely on your personal taste. But we are going to be leaving this place with some bags. So that's going to be fun, and it'll give you an idea if you want to be helping out a friend, or you're, sorting your own things for birthday parties or other kinds of events, little christenings, whatever. The bags are really great for that. Just little goodie bags, or bags for small presents such as jewelry or sweets or something. Really, really lovely thing to give to somebody. Something you've made yourself. And that's what we're all about here at Unravel and Unwind. We are a CIC, and we would love to see you. Come drop in. Our drop-in fees are £3, and I forgot to talk about Crochet Chat. Crochet Chat is Thursday as well, 7 to 9, and that's a typical £3 drop-in as well. Come on in, see us, and chat about your crochet. Bring your crochet with you. If you're having any trouble with a pattern or something like that, there's always someone around that can lend a hand and sort of try and make it make sense for you. So that's a good one. That's coming up on Thursday night, and there's so much going on. Honestly, just check out the website, check out the Facebook page, and if you have any questions, please send us a message on Facebook Messenger, or any other way, really, and someone will get back to you as soon as possible. I think it's lunchtime nearly, so I have been Sai. This has been Unravel and Unwind Studio Live, and I will be coming back to you with more later on. I might be back at home next week on Tuesday, but I will be coming to you, showing you maybe if I've made some progress on this stuff. I'll show you, and hopefully this, I will have finished it by then maybe, and I'll be able to let you know how that's gone as well. So it's been nice hanging out with you today, and please join us again for another studio live stream. Until then, bye bye.